Hi there, Sean here from Moto Legends. Today's video is going to be about Kriega, one of my favourite brands. They make predominantly motorcycle luggage and they're most famous for their rucksacks. So let's continue on and learn a bit more about them. Bit more about Kriega then. They're a brand that was established in the year 2000 by a couple of guys that were working in the outdoor industry, and they're basically sick and tired of substandard gear. So what they did is they took it upon themselves to make a set of luggage and rucksacks for the motorcycles that were of a very high quality, something that they were proud to own and use. So these are not casual bags, and by that I mean if you want something that's a vintage looking leather satchel to throw a pint of milk in just when you've gone down the shops, then there are better options. If however you're looking for something more of an engineer's solution to a problem, then this is the brand to really indulge yourself in. All of their products have got a slightly sort of special forces military feel about them. Some of their bags look like they should contain a parachute or some highly sensitive piece of military equipment. I think when I think of Kriega, I think of words like rugged, reliable, durable, versatile, modular and sort of industrial. And they're a bit like a tool in their nature. They make you feel like each item has a purpose, a bit of a mission or a task to complete. The problem comes when you try and pick one of these bags, there's quite a lot of them and it's not always obvious which tool is best for the job. So rather than go through every single bag, I've made a list of 7 common scenarios that most riders will encounter during their riding lives. So what I've tried to do is pick 7 bags that match these scenarios, and they'll basically be best suited for most of the general rider's needs. So you're going on a Euro tour on a bike that has a limited luggage capacity. What you need is the R30. I say Euro trip, it doesn't have to be a Euro trip, it can be any extended journey on a motorcycle that doesn't have a great capacity for luggage, whereby you've got something like say you've got a Panigale for example, or any sports bike or something that's not got a big back seat. You're going to have to be carrying something on your back realistically, maybe on the tank, but this bag is completely waterproof in the main section, and if you're going on an extended journey, especially around these parts, you're more than likely going to run into some water. So this section here, the main compartment, 30 litres worth of whatever you want, be it pants and socks, spare set of shoes. There's a huge amount of room in here for those that pack light. If you don't pack light, then you're probably riding the wrong bike. You probably wouldn't be riding to Europe on a sports bike anyway. If you are happy to pack light, this is the one. You've got 2 outer pockets, pretty straightforward. They're water resistant, so anything you don't mind getting damp in a torrential downpour can go in here. Things that aren't going to absorb water would be my recommendation, but you can easily add a little plastic bag inside. So you can wrap up whatever you want in a plastic bag, shove it in these compartments, and they would then be equally as waterproof as the main compartment. Main compartment is removable. The waterproof part here can come out. It's just velcroed in. And this, when I say waterproof, I mean seriously waterproof. You could throw this thing in a river if you've done it up properly, and it will keep the insides dry. It's the same system as their US luggage, the inner bag and outer bag, in the way that it's set up. And I've thrown the US bags in showers before with all my stuff inside, pulled out the stuff from inside it, and it's been completely dry. So you've got a closure system here. That's 2 glove-friendly clips. This is part of their quad lock system. So when this is on, for one, you'll probably find if you've ever tried to put a normal rucksack on with your helmet on, this gap is quite close together. So usually you'll find the straps start very close together. This one there's more space. All of this is adjustable, so you've got extra strap tucked inside. I'll come back to the quad lock bit in a minute, I know I've skipped, but that's important because when you come to swing this over, there's enough space around your neck. So when you're leant over, it's not catching on the helmet. These quad lock poppers here, very easy, even with gloved hands to secure in position, and again, easy enough to take off without too much effort. This system here, with its hinge points here and here, it takes the weight off of your shoulders and your neck, and when you're in a seated position on the bike, you'll find it's easy to move your arms. Your arms are completely free, shoulders, and this goes for all of the Kriega range. All of their bags are designed to be ridden on motorcycles. So you've got a very comfortable bag here that even with a reasonable amount of weight in, you're not going to feel too strained around your upper body. And if you are carrying something heavy for a prolonged period of time, then this is the best way of doing it. So as I was saying, Euro Tour, this is the one to go for because you've got a waterproof compartment that's got enough space in it that you can pack all your daily essentials for a week or so's worth of riding, and it'll fit in here comfortably, and I think that's why I've gone with this one. For urban and general commuting, the Max 28 is the bag for you. I could have quite easily gone with the R30 again for this, but there are a few reasons that I went with the Max 28 over the R30, and the biggest reason for me is on the back side, this material here is a lot less forgiving, a lot less harsh, and if you're commuting, and chances are you're going to leave your bike gear somewhere, you might end up using this during the day, and this material is much softer. If you've got a jumper like this, it's not going to start to fray the back. The other bags, they are incredibly hard wearing, and over a leather jacket or cordura, it's not going to be an issue. But if you've got a woolen jumper or something softer, then some of these materials might be slightly too abrasive for general day-to-day use. So this one is just a bit more friendly for your other garments, your non-motorcycling garments. Max 28 is an expandable bag. So 28 meaning the litres. It's the same with all of their bags. If it's got a number on it, it just means how many litres the bag can hold. The R generally just means rucksack, and US stands for universal system. Those are the bags that will attach to the bike rather than the person. So main compartment here with a waterproof section as well. This can be accessed like all the other parts with these very sturdy, robust plastic clips. I've never managed to break one of these, no matter how hard I've tried. Been using their gear for about 12, 13 years now. It's absolutely fantastic. Slightly smaller, obviously, than the R30, the waterproof section here, but still enough to throw in your general day-to-day parts, bits that are needing to be kept dry. Probably fit most laptops in there. You've then got a section here that can fit water bottle, like a camelback, or you could fit a back protector in there as well. So this section closes up, and that, then you've got obviously the expandable bit here, and then this section here is more of a tidy section, so you can put things for a meeting. So you've got separate sections, bits for pens, other little tidy away sections and pockets that will hold your various day-to-day needs. That's the Max 28. Plenty of pockets, all you need for your daily commute or just general purpose stuff. And that's the one I go for for a daily commute and general purpose bag. If it's versatility you're looking for, the most versatile bag in a Kriega range is the US 20. If it's versatility you're after, it has to be something from the US range. US meaning universal system, and then the number after that just telling you how many litres this piece of luggage can hold. So a US 20 is essentially a very simple bag. Main compartment is just waterproof, removable, replaceable, held in via some Velcro here, and then you simply just roll it up and clip it down to the sides, holding whatever bits of equipment you need in there. Now these can be mounted on basically any bike. I've yet to find a bike that I've owned or borrowed or rented that I can't fit one of these to. I've done fly rides where I've gone to faraway lands. All my luggage, everything I need for my trip has been put into these bags. I've turned up, and using the various arrays of clips and straps, I've managed to attach them to the bike, and I've ridden for tens of thousands of miles like that very happily. They're a little bit of a faff to get on and off, but then that's the price of versatility. So if you want something that can go on any bike, you can even wear these around your back, one of these straps, then it's got to be the US 20. I'm going to tear off from that very slightly. If you need more space than this, you just go with the US 30. If you want less space than this, you go with a slightly smaller one, a 10 or a 5. But I went with the 20 because I think it's a nice size that will easily fit on the tail. Comfortably, you can wear it over your back, and also fit on most tanks, and there is an adapter that will sit over the tank, and this is then attached to the adapter using the various clips and straps. I won't go into all the details of how you attach them because there's a huge amount of content on the internet telling you how to do those various bits, and maybe we can do another detailed video about that. But for versatility, it's the US 20. If you're needing to carry something large or heavy for any length of time, I would suggest the R35. No, I'm not wearing a parachute, I'm wearing an R30. So if you think that bigger is better, in some cases that is the case, this is the bag for you. You can hold a huge amount of stuff. One of the reasons I didn't end up in an R30 in the first place is it didn't hold a helmet. So it would physically hold one, but the helmet wouldn't fit through an aperture unless you had a smaller open face maybe. This one will swallow a helmet, no problem. So if you're going to pick up a pillion, for example, and you don't have panniers or a way of securing a helmet, a full face helmet will easily fit into one of these, and the Max 28, it's also true of that. So helmet goes in. This, however, does not have a full waterproof lining like the other bags that I've gone through, but it's pretty water resistant, and you can always add your own waterproofing to this by way of a simple plastic bag or something maybe a little bit more exotic or clever. Inside you've got simple things like key clips, so if you want to put your motorcycle keys on here or your house keys, just a handy little thing. Another pouch a little bit further down for a back protector or camelback, or small pouch here for coins and other things. But this one's really just about capacity. So 35 litres. The top is shaped really nicely to hold a spare visor. If you're an arrow guy or someone that's riding with a helmet that has a no drop-down sun visor, you can quite happily slide a visor in there, so that's quite nicely sculpted for that. You've got an external mesh pocket for things you need to get at quite easily. Here you've got this big elastic cord system, which means you could probably put a skateboard in there if you wanted to. I've actually once, in a slightly strange scenario, I took a Christmas tree home, a potted Christmas tree, albeit about 3 foot high, sat in here and it poked out the top. But this is the bag really. If you want to be carrying heavy weight, for any serious amount of distance, this is the one. The way that it straps over your chest really spreads the weight across these panels, and it's more comfortable on this compared to any of the other bags. The other thing I would say is here you've got 2 extra pockets for maybe a wallet or something of importance that you need to get to easily, a pass card, key card. So that might be important to some people. For me, it's often gone by the wayside because I haven't needed to use it. But very adjustable, shoulders and sides. You can make this slimmer or wider depending on your needs, layering, or if you're just bigger in the body, then you can adjust this out. So if you want a bag that will carry someone else's bag or anything else you need to carry, this is the one. If you're going to need a lightweight, general day-to-day bag that's going to see a fair amount of use off the bike, then the R15 is the right bag. If lightweight is the key, it's the R15. It's one of the smaller bags in the Kriega range, but they are very lightweight. And this is the kind of bag, on a hot day, I'm very happy to put this on because it doesn't cover up as much of your chest, which means you can breathe a bit better when you're off the bike. So if you think you're going to go somewhere, you only need to chuck a few things in the rucksack, maybe pick up a newspaper or whatever it is you need to go and grab. This one's great. It sits nice and high, it doesn't restrict you at all. You could probably use this for a bit of trail riding as well. It will take a camelback, and you can feed the straw out through the top. There is an additional strap here, but to be honest with you, I find that I never bother using this really. I just find it a bit of a faff, so you can either remove it or just tuck it around the back. Just a single closure here, very easy to use with gloved hands and easy to get on and off over your shoulders, like all of the quad lock systems which exist on pretty much all of the Kriega bags. Like the R35, this is not a waterproof bag, but it is water resistant, so fine for 20 minutes in a shower. Anything you're really concerned about getting wet, put it in its own dry sack. So similar scenario, one main compartment, 2 extra pockets, one zipped, one not zipped. The non-zipped version can take a camelback or a back protector. These materials here, great for breathability, but they're reasonably harsh. So again, if you've got a jumper that's woolen, it may be a little bit abrasive on that. So just be aware of those things. But like I said, this is a brand dedicated to motorcycling, not fashion. So this is really designed to be worn over motorcycle clothing. All of these little tabs and things, something I've had on non-motorcycling bags. You're riding along, they start flapping around. Every one on here has an elasticated band that stops these from flapping around, or there's other nice handy ways that these can be folded back. Little clips, they can basically go back on themselves to stop them from flapping around. There's an extra pocket on the back, which is a common feature on most Kriega bags. So you can add in bits on the outside there that you need to get to if you don't want to enter the main compartment. They can also be supplemented, a bit like a molly system, with other US packs or anything else you want that will fit on there. So you can actually expand these if you need to. So if it's lightweight, easy to carry around, not too heavy, not too hot on a warm day, then it's the R15. If you need something to supplement luggage that you already have on a motorbike, like panniers for example, then the R3 is the one for you. The best bit of supplementary kit that Kriega do is this thing here. It's the R3. Very simply, it's a bum bag, but made to withstand nuclear fallout. You've got one pocket up here, main waterproof compartment, as per all of their other kit, 3 litres. You've then got quite a decent sized pocket waterproof zips, or sorry, water resistant zips here, but you can fit a wallet or reasonable amount of stuff in here, some paracetamol and things like that. The reason I've gone with this over some sort of tank bag is because you might want to keep something right next to you without having to take it off the bike physically. You might want to just run into a petrol station without having to handle anything. This stays on you all the time, and as you can see with this little clever system here, you've got a loop and you've got this adjuster, and that just means it's very easy to slide around. You pull that out, pull it in, it's tight again. And that for me means it's a great bit of kit when you're on and off the bike, running around, things to do. If you're touring and you get to a booth, what are they called? The toll booth. There we go, thanks Graham. If you get to a toll booth and you need a bit of change, you don't want to get into your pockets, having it handy here, and whether you're right-handed or left-handed, really it's very quite simple to use. There's not much more I can say about it really, other than it's a great supplement to all your other bits of luggage. When you're on longer trail rides with the possibility of an overnight stop, then the T18 is the bag for you. If you're planning on doing a trail ride that might take you overnight, you'll probably want to carry something with you, be it a tent or a tarp, depending on how lightweight you want to go. And you'll probably want to ride on a bike stood up for most of the time. You'll probably also have some vents on your jacket, so you want to minimize the amount of stuff in front of those vents, i.e. straps and things. This system on the T18, which is the rucksack I'm wearing currently, is the more minimal quad lock system. You've only got one entry point or closure point, which means that it's slightly less complicated and it will allow more air to flow through. The bag itself comes in a couple of different colour options. Kriega aren't famed for being colourful, but they have this lime green, a black and also an orange. They also do a slightly lighter weight version, a 9 litre option, but if you're going away for more than just a couple of hours, you'll probably want to carry something slightly bigger. So this could potentially, depending on what tent you carry, could carry a tent. You've got this great cargo net here that's very, very robust. You're not going to rip this, whatever you do to it. It's also bungee corded on, as well as being slightly elastic in itself. So you can shove something down there, waterproof part here, and then the addition is another compartment at the back with another smaller waterproof pocket, maybe for a mobile phone or a camera or other important items that need to stay dry. This has also got a zipped pocket on there. You've got two Velcro tabs here, allowing it to carry multiple sizes of water packs, camelbacks, whatever you want to call them. And like all of their stuff, beautifully made, great big zips with big pull tabs that are easy to use with gloves. A very kind of positive motion when you're using everything. All of these clips, brilliant, they never break. And if they do, you've got a 10-year warranty, everything's replaceable. So that is the T18. If you think this is slightly too big, there is a slightly smaller option, but again, this was the brief here, is that you're doing a trip, maybe a day or so, you want to carry a bit more stuff with you, and it's predominantly off-road, this is the one to go for. Obviously, there are far more than 7 scenarios in which you'll use a rucksack, so you might find that the ones I've picked out are not necessarily for your needs. However, Kriega make a lot more bags than the ones that I've gone through in this video, so please visit our website, motolegends.com. You can learn more about the products that you've seen here in this video, and you'll also be able to see some more products that they sell. Buying from our website is very simple, it's straightforward, it's risk-free, there's no delivery charges, It's free returns, and you've got 12 months to decide on your purchase, so long as it comes back to us in the same manner in which it was sent to you. We do a price beat promise, which is better than what John Lewis offer, which basically means that if you buy something from us, you see it somewhere else, it's cheaper than us by at least £5. Within the UK, we will beat that price by 10%. If it's in Europe, then we will match their price plus their shipping cost. There are a few little details that you might want to read through just so you're not caught out, but you can do that on the website under the price beat section at the bottom. We have a lot of bulletins that keep you up to date with all the things that are going on here. So when you're on the website, you might see a little pop-up, click subscribe to that, you put your little email address in there, and we will fill your inbox with lots of wonderful information. There is also a YouTube channel, obviously, which you're watching right now, which we'd love for you to subscribe to. By subscribing to this, if you do it before December, you'll be in with a chance of winning our Steve McQueen tribute bike, which at some point you'll see flash up across the screen, and I think it's quite a tasty little bike, so if you're interested in winning that, it's a good reason to subscribe. We are not just a website, we're also a shop. We have a small shop in Guildford, but we have a huge warehouse attached onto it. It's a £2 million worth of stock in there, so you come in, it's very personal service, one-to-one. We talk you through what it is that you need, or you tell us what you need. We help match the right product for you, run off into the warehouse, bring out whatever it is, and then you'll go away very happy knowing that you've bought the right thing. We're the second largest shop in the country if you add our warehouse and stock onto the small footprint of our shop. So you can check out our Trustpilot score to see that we're not making this all up. We've got a very, very high score on that. Sound a bit like Trump there, but yes, we are very trusted among our customers. One other thing that I'd like to mention is that we do delicious Italian coffee, proper Yorkshire tea, and my mum makes some wonderful, wonderful shortbread biscuits. And if you're lucky enough, if the staff haven't eaten them all, there'll be some ready here for you to have with your tea or your coffee. So thank you very much for watching. This has been Sean, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.